Good evening, everybody. On this very special night, we have special energies, and we have a special spread. It's going to be very mysterious and very cosmic, just like this painting here. And we're going to start by, I'm going to put out, I already went ahead and meditated and pre-shuffled, but I'm just going to shuffle a couple more times here. And just, I'm going to pull some cards out here in camera. That way there's no question about the message from you guys. Okay, so we're going to pull one. I'm actually going to just put them like this, and then we'll put them out. Okay. So just bear with me here as I pick some cards for us. There we go. Okie dokie. I'm going to pick some of my Moonlight Oracle here that I made myself, or tarot cards. A lot of these I made myself because I am an artist. I like to incorporate my own energy into my stuff. Alright, so we're going to put these here. Alrighty. Alright. Okay, those were not my Moonlight. I think those are just my Sun tarot, and these are my Moonlight tarot, which are very appropriate for today. Okay, so just bear with me here. Get a couple of these. All right, we pull the ones that are here sticking out. We have 1, 2, and then we got 3 and 4. Okay. Next up, we are going to get one of these ones here. And they don't have names, they were just my own that I made, guys. Okay, I'm going to pull this one here. Then, the rest of them I think I'll pull out as I need them. Or maybe I'll get some of these here also. I made these myself too, and I don't have a name for them, so. Looks like that one wanted to come out. Well, I got 3. Okay, that's fine. Okay, then from there, I'll go ahead and get some more and as we go. Okay, so I could also just grab some. So let's see what we have here so far. Let's get these big ones out of the way first. Okay, so for one of our shadow cards, we have the inner integration, and it's number 40. And this one says, there's peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner world with the taming and tempering effect life has on us. I'm going to put this one right here. And I will read from the little booklet in just a second. Let me just get these up here. And then we have here from my Sunshine Sun Tarot, we have the Queen of Swords. Yes, I did make these. Anywho, so that's the Queen of Swords there. And then we have on this side, the Star. We're going to put this one right here. Okay. And then we have here also the Soul Forgiveness. Okay. And I will read from the booklet on that one too for you guys. Then we have in the Moonlight, we have Release the Past. So we'll put that one right here. And then we have Smoke and Mirrors. We'll put that one right here. And we'll kind of throw them all together right now. We have also Introspection. Put that one right here. Actually, we'll put this one right here. And then we have All Tied Up. Okay, we'll put that one right here. Then we have here Confusion, Seek Clarity. Okay, we'll put that one right here. And then we have Santa Bitch. Oh my gosh. You're giving too much. Beware of equal give and take. Okay, Santa Bitch, you're giving too much. Trying to be Santa Bitch and stuff. Okay, come on now. That's probably me too. Anxiety. Scared to take a chance on love or something. It's kind of scary. So let's put that right here. Okay. And then on these big one, we have Cinderella. Cinderella. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's put Cinderella right over here. Oh, Cinderella, we'll put your ass right here somewhere. Cinderella's ass. Oops. Okay. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Okay. There we go. Very good, papas. So now I'm going to go ahead and just read from the two cards here, what it says here on the Oracle book, okay? So this one was number 40, and it's inner integration. Let me go ahead and put it like that so you can see. All right. There we go. Okay. So you can see the card there. Okay, and like that. Let me kind of bring it up. Oh, all right. All right. So number 40, I said. Oh, that's the wrong book. Sorry, guys. I'm a little off today. Okay. So number 40. Number 40. 40 for you. 40, that's how old I am this year, and probably many of you guys too. Okay, so it says here, there's peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild with the taming and the tampering effect. Where am I? Life has on us, okay? Right there. So, throughout our lives, we go through many phases and versions of ourselves. We explore different roles, terrains, experiences, and company. At each stage of human development, we are most likely psychologically and physiologically attuned with the archetypal consciousness of either maiden, mother, or guardian, or crone. Boldly speaking, each archetype is the energy of life or a stage of life in a cognitive window that shapes and contains the ways that we are capable of perceiving and processing and engaging in life. Okay, so let's get to the point. Okay, let's get to the point here. Let me see. Where's it? So let's see here. Okay, so it says here, this represents, if you receive this card, represents that you are ready to advance further in your self-integration. This may be a time for gaining much peace and appreciation from reviewing each stage of your life up until this point. Ooh, introspection, guys, right there, introspection. Okay, very good, Papa. So we have here, let me see, I lost my place. Okay. So during this period of self-reflection, journal the significant events, people, and preoccupations and epiphanies that stand out for you. Notice how they have influenced different versions of yourself. Highlight all of these traits that you love about each version of where you have been, right? For example, the energy and wonder of youth, the bold conviction of your teen years, or the openness and love and idealism of your young adulthood, so on and so forth. Okay? So pretty much they're asking you to do introspection and incorporate each part of yourself and look at each stage, okay? It says here also, the message is integrate what you love and what continues to resonate from previous versions of yourself. Live the harmony of your wild and your teen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and refer this like to a POT, like a when you have vacation time at work, right? So it's like, you know, okay, so last year I didn't take my vacation time. Actually I took some days and it was pretty cool. Like I went to go do this and that. That was cool, you know, whatever. But whatever you didn't take, whatever no, actually that's not even a good example whatsoever. So basically we're just looking at seeing what the cool parts of us are at the times that we liked it and saying, okay, cool. Am I still like this? Is this still kind of going with my flow? Is this who I'm wanting to be? Is this in line and alignment with where I'm wanting to go? I'm going to go ahead and carry that on. But if it doesn't, then, it's all about knowing that we have the power within ourselves to transform and we are the CEOs of our life. We get to demote, promote, and terminate as need be, and that does include with ourselves and our aspects of ourselves, correct? Yes. So let's remember also that there is an important role that our shadow aspects do play, and those would be any aspects of ourselves or traits in which we feel may be deemed unsavory from society, from the world, or whatever. So we figure, okay, that part of us is no bueno. So then we just don't like it. We don't want to integrate it. So then we kind of suppress it, and it just pops out and like, here we are, hello, and places times that you don't want it to come out. You know, you're like, hey, I thought I got rid of you. It's like, no, here I am, rock me like a hurricane. Okay, so we don't want it to rock us like a hurricane on the wrong time. Okay, so yeah, I was just talking about it, you know, taking that introspection and also appreciating that part of us, because we do need our shadow side, and contrary to popular belief, it's not unacceptable. It's just all about getting to know ourselves, getting to know that part of ourselves and integrating it. It's like that those people, the family that maybe, like, you know, people you might not want to take out because they're a little bit too much, or, you know, they're maybe like, you know, a little bit abrasive. So you're like, okay, let's not take, you know, Monica, Juana, or whatever, or whoever, because, you know, she's a little tough. But sometimes what happens if you don't take her, and then there's like some shit goes down, and it's like she's the one that takes off her hoops and gets ready to throw down. What if you needed her? You know what I'm saying? But you don't have her because you were too like, no, I don't want to take her because she's not even acceptable in public. Well, guess what? That's what I'm saying. There's parts of us that we do need are essential to the making of who we are, and it's important that we just learn to integrate every part of us. You know, and if it's something that you really don't resonate with and you really don't need Juana whatsoever, maybe she's just more of a you know, like a flight risk, like she won't even throw down, nor she'll just instigate. It's like, okay, then we could do without her. Let's just, you know, leave her be. Let's leave her at Circle K and ditch her ass. You know what I'm saying? But if not, then it's important that we do introspection, right? Okay, so that was nice. And then I think that kind of goes to with release the past, if it's things that are not resonating with us no longer, because then we are not allowing for new growth and new things to come in, and for us to flourish into a different aspect or a different integration, right? So now we have 28 here, and that's going to be the self-forgiveness. Let's go into that one, number 28, self-forgiveness. Let's see what it says here for us today. Let's see what it says for us today. Okay, I might butcher some of these names, so bear with me. Okay, that one is a goddess of forgiveness, and it says here that she... Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to say all that. The cranky supreme god of Amakumbo and her allowed children in a basket and dismissed him to earth. Okay. Do you need to forgive? Let go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you and from you. Uh-oh. Did it say to let go and release so you can forgive? Yes, it did. So here we go. We already got these two down pat. We got them already confirmed. There we go. All right. Let's continue. Embodiment. You can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it, heal it. Feel the pain, hurt the grief, the rage, the despair. Take time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration, frequency, that the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack, mistrust, and resentment. You start to see everything through victim-colored eyeglasses, but forgiveness does not include reconciliation. Okay? Start with self-forgiveness. Say out loud, I forgive myself with love. And your declaration is, I forgive and free myself, and I forgive and free others. Okay, so what is this talking about? So there's a confusion, right? When we hear forgive, it's like when we hear the word forgive, like you need to forgive Margaret, okay? But and you're like, no, she hit me and it hurts. It's like, okay, well, you just need to forgive her anyways, okay? Well, what like you're like, no, fuck no, I'm not gonna forgive Margaret. It still hurts, and she shouldn't have done that, and that's correct. So now, in forgiveness, what we're talking about is it's not something for them. It's for us, right? Like if I don't forgive Margaret in that moment and I just let it go because it's not a big deal. Okay, she's just a little shit and she hit me, and it's like, okay, I forgive you, whatever. Then I'm gonna always carry that with me, and then it's like next time that I go to a baseball game, to say she hit me with a bat or something, right? Margaret hit me with a bat. Then I'm always gonna be like, oh my god, I remember when Margaret hit me with a bat. That fucking bitch, is she here? You know, it's like you carry that with you, all right? It's like I know a friend that I think she slept a little boy, and never mind, that's not gonna work. No, that story's not gonna work. But anywho, so it's just talking about like, you know, anything that happens, there's a misconception that if I forgive you, I have to reconcile. Like, you know, okay, Margaret, you have to be my friend again, and I'm just gonna be susceptible for you hitting me with a bat over and over again and again unless you learn your lesson. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means like, okay, Margaret, that's cool, I forgive you, but you know, side swipe to the left, everything you own in a box to the left. We're no longer friends, but I forgive you. Thank you for shopping. Okay, don't come again. Bye. Okay, that could be forgiveness also. So, and most importantly, a lot of the times it resonates more with like a relationship, right? When somebody does us wrong or does something to hurt us, or vice versa, and it's like you need to forgive and let go. You need to forgive and release and whatever. And then it's like so hard to let go and forgive, or you say, okay, I forgive you, but then you really don't. That's why it's so hard when people have like any kind of infidelity, especially in a relationship. I'm just going to this because it's like really pertinent. You hear people say, well, you know what, you better think about it, especially the older people. They say you better think about it really good because, you know, you can't forgive that. You could forgive, but you won't forget, and you can't be bringing it up all the time. And so what happens, you have those constant triggers. You're like, oh no, I love Pablo, I'm going to forget, no big deal, oh my God. And then something happens to trigger, like Pablo doesn't, you know, come home right on time. So then it triggers and you're like, oh my God, he's doing the most. You know, you get all like, you know, Captain Save-A-Ho and Captain Pinchy FBI, America's Most Wanted status. You know, you put on your Carmen, what are the world is Carmen Sandiego outfit and your trench coat, and you're over there, doing the most, trying to follow people and put crap in their phone and in their car looking all crazy, when in reality it wasn't anything a big deal, but you're remembering what happened in the past. It was triggering you because you haven't forgiven. So then every time that you get that feeling, it kind of brings everything back, and then it's like this person's like, dude, I thought you forgive me though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't even done any of that stuff yet, you know? I haven't done that again. Leave me alone. I really just was 10 minutes late because there was traffic, you know, things like that. Or for anything else, a friend tells you something at work, like, you know, it's not even your own life, and somebody will tell you something, and it's like, it just brings back everything again. Then you go home and you're like, you know, mad at your husband, and he's like, why are you mad at me? And you're like, because I'm not mad. But then really you're mad because you're mad at him for doing shit that he didn't even do. It was like your friend's husband that did it, you know what I'm saying? So all of that kind of stuff, it's a triggering, it's a forgiving, it's like, and then you're living with that resentment. So let's say that even you get rid of Pablo and you get with Federico, and Federico's amazing, he's fantastic, but one day, oh God forbid, one day he's running home a little bit late. 2 minutes late, oh my God, he's already, he's gonna smell like perfume. Oh, I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I'm gonna check him and this. It's like, hello, he's only 2 minutes late. So then he's like, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, this woman, what's wrong with her? But really, it's not there's anything wrong with you. It's just that you didn't, you kept all that shit. You didn't forgive. So that's why the forgiveness is for you. It's not for Pablo, okay? It's not for Pablo. It's not for Pablo. It's for you, so that you're able to say, okay, I acknowledge this happened. I'm not okay with it. I don't like that it happened. I'm not like, please do it again. Margaret hit me with a bat again. But it's just like, it happens. Shit happens. I'm ready to let it go. But I'm not ready to put myself in the situation again with you. So I forgive you. And, you know, you went ahead and you did what you had to do, and that's fantastic. And I'm going to go ahead and do what I have to do, whatever resonates with me, and whatever is going to be true to me. So I could walk my authentic path, and I could continue with my life without having to be haunted by the bullshit that you have provoked. So then you release that stuff, you know, along with Pablo or Margaret, and then you're like, okay, cool. You're not holding on to that shit. You're not. It's not like post-traumatic stress disorder and stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right. I kind of went off on a tangent there because I think it's really important that we remember that, because there's a misunderstanding there when it comes to forgiveness. Okay. So I know that for myself it was hard. Okay, and even forgiving yourself too, because let me tell you that this is, I mean, this is kind of going off here, but this is super important for us all to know that we will as women especially, we will, you know, get all these things. Oh no, my dog, excuse me, little mister. No, he's over here fighting with the, no, Mr. Pan, stop it. Okay, sorry about that. My puppy is over here. I'm trying to knock this over. The full moon's got him a little rambunctious. He's fighting with his donut. He has a big pillow donut. Anyways, so see, that goes to show there again. See how the puppy's over here trying to do the most. He could be anywhere in the room, but no, he's right here, right here, just, you know, with a little donut creating a ruckus. So it's like, it can't be avoided. Things are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen and stuff, and we just need to make sure that we have more most clarity and mental calmness, so that we could always react and not react so much, but respond in any given situation. So with that being said, as women, we tend to really overexert ourselves in our life, and we really tend to put so much shit on our plate so that we don't have to worry about going in and sifting through our own stuff. And we just put that in little compartments, like, okay, this is important, this is not important. Yeah, that could wait. Whatever that happened like 10 years ago, throw it back here. And these are all things that happened that we should have probably dealt with, or we sweep it under the rug, or we throw it in the closet. It's like, oh, whatever, I don't remember. And then later things start coming up and you don't remember. You don't even know why you're acting a certain way. You're like, why am I overreacting about this? Because you get triggered by all those bullshit things, because you throw them in your subconscious. It's like throwing it in your trash in your computer, and then not really knowing what the heck is there, right? And then it's like, it's like not thrown away completely. It's still there. But you don't know it's there, okay? So then, like, but your subconscious, it's like it'll kind of spill it out in the wrong moments, right? It'll literally spill it out in the wrong moments, and a lot of that I don't even want to get into it because we go further in more. But I'll just say that whenever we do have those triggers and we overreact, a lot of times it's like not even at the moment. So that's why we look crazy. Like, you know, if you tell me, like, Irene, you know, that's not pink, it's purple, and then I'm like, what do you mean it's not? You're like, oh my gosh, why are you overreacting? Because when I was little, you know, I would get into a fight with a person that was colorblind or whatever, and it was very traumatic for me. But at the moment, because you mentioned that, it took me back to when I was 5 years old, and I was, you know, pulling, you know, me and Margaret were fighting over the color, and I kind of reacted like my 5-year-old self. See, because that's what happens. It takes us back to that part of that memory that we have that we stored away, and in our subconscious it comes out. And because our we never really dealt with it, we just put it in a compartment, it comes out and it just flows out and it does the most, and then we look like a crazy person, like, oh, so emotionally unstable, when really that's not the case. It's just that we're overreacting to a situation that happened a while back. So then that's a good thing. Whenever that happens, it's a good thing. We need to learn that triggers are not bad. They're not bad whatsoever. It's actually good, because that's coming up like a check mark telling us, okay guys, this is something that we need to work on. So then when you find yourself overreacting, or somebody tells you, calm down, why are you overreacting? And you're like, don't tell me to calm down. Then you find yourself, oh, okay. So if it's more than one person that's telling me I'm overreacting, let me think about this. Okay? And then think, all right, is my reaction a little bit, is it accounted for? Am I reacting too much to the situation? And if that's the case, then it's most likely because it's something that happened. Think back of when it first happened, when you first had that trauma, to go back to that situation and then say, okay, that was my child's self. Now I'm an adult. We don't need to react like that anymore. We're in a safe environment. Maybe back then you had to, whatever. We don't want to go into the child trauma, but just knowing that we could go ahead and cancel and release that, because it's like knowing when it happened and why, going back to that situation, and then the kind of like cross canceling it in your head and with yourself, so that it could release. And then you won't have those overreactions anymore. Little by little, if you're somebody, a list person like myself, you're happy and excited about the triggers. You're like, yes, I got triggered. Yeah, fuck yeah. Another one off the list. Another one bites the dust. You know? So you want to go ahead and have another one bites the dust. So see it that way. That's another thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about throughout these readings, is looking at things in the positive way. Even the things that might look negative have a positive. Like I said, even with that stuff, right? Imagine how crazy is that? Like, oh my God, Irina's always like overreacting, and then the close friends might be like, yeah, and then she's like excited, like, yeah, another one bites the dust, another check mark off the list. Because once you realize that everything happens like everything happens in a wave, everything has its rhyme and rhythm, right? It's not like people just overreact for fun. Like, there's always a reason. So if you're somebody like I happen to be that way, where I really take a look at everything from every angle, and I really analyze it and stuff, especially when it comes to myself. I like to be self-aware, and it just so happens that something that I have discovered that really works for me is anytime that I find myself being in a situation or an attitude that's not really resonating with me and my normal energy, I want to see why. Is that coming from me? And I'm also an empath, so I pick up on people's stuff. I'm not talking about me to talk about me like, oh, it's Irina, or no, because there's probably people out there that also feel the same way or have this situation like myself, that we pick up on people's energies. We're empaths, like we could totally feel out and feel and see all of this stuff. And sometimes we don't realize that we take on that energy. And it's important that we understand and see why we're feeling a certain way, why we're reacting, and if it's something that's coming from us or if it's not, so that we could take appropriate action to that. You know, okay? So let's go ahead and continue. That was a long one. Very well. So then we have anxiety and scared to take a chance. And that's going to go again with the unforgiving, right? Because if we're not forgiving, like, remember we talked about Margaret, and we talked about Pablo, and we talked about like the new person. It's like, if we're not forgiving, we're going to have anxiety. We're going to be scared to take a chance, right? Because we're going to always revert back to like, okay, no, 2 minutes passed, this person's doing the most, right? Or Margaret, nope, no, get me away from Margaret, that little kid with that bat, because me van a pegar. They're going to hit me, right? So that anxiety situation, like, that's what it's talking about, taking a chance. Like, and that's how we really deal with things, and that's how we fix things, and that's how we know what is going on with us, when we're able to take a very good, strong look at ourselves. And instead of doing the blame game and putting it on everybody else and figuring out why, well, because when I was 6, my Michael hit me in the nose, and oh my God, no, we'll figure out why you're still carrying that crap. And that happened a long time ago. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? Confusion and clarity. Yes, because that does cause confusion. All that bullshit causes confusion in your head. You have like a smorgasbord of like a freaking, hoarding of all this bullshit from like all your life. And if you're like me and you're 40 or over, that's a lot of bullshit. Okay. And we want to seek clarity by looking within and taking that introspection, right? Introspection, and looking within and looking at those Tupperwares that are in the fridge with mold already. Like, throw them away. What is this? We have crap in the fridge that we don't even know what it is. You look at it and you're like, oh, it's just hairy. What the fuck? I don't even know what it is. Exactly. Throw that shit away. You don't need it, And stop being Santa bitch, okay? Santa bitch. Yes, you are Santa bitch. You're Santa bitch. I'm just kidding. I just want to say that a lot. Okay, well, I'm Santa bitch too, so don't worry. I'm talking to myself too. Fucking Santa bitch. It says here, you're giving way too much. Beware of equal give and take. Because what happens when we give too much? Usually it attracts people that take. Have you ever seen those people where they're giving free shit on the side of the road? And they don't even need it, but they're like, it's gratis, it's free, go grab some. And they grab all kinds. And it's like, excuse me, like, why are you taking all that? Because because you know, the people that are giving out the shit are being Santa bitches, and they're just letting people take that more than they need. Okay, so we're being Santa bitch. Sometimes we're Santa bitch and we just keep giving, giving, giving to the point where it's like you're all tied up, and you know, it's like, where is it for me? I need some of that. Oh no, well, Santa bitch took it all, and there ain't no Santa bitch for Santa bitch. You know what I'm saying? So are you being a Santa bitch? Because maybe being a Santa bitch is a way that you are coping with your situation, with your anxiety and your confusion, right? Because if, like I said, if you're integrating yourself, if you're putting yourself out there, spreading yourself thin, getting all up in everybody's business, so that you don't have to deal with your own crap, then you're being a Santa bitch, because you're just being extra, being all up in everywhere else's stuff, and instead of being in your own. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I'm saying that everything I'm saying, I'm talking about myself too. Okay, so don't get offended. I'm definitely a Santa bitch. Okay, big time. Anyways, so smoke and mirrors. And all of this okay, now I'm getting excited. See how this all ties together. So, smoke and mirrors, what does that even mean? When I first saw that, I don't even know why I wrote that, because I didn't even, at first I heard of that and I was like, what does that even fucking mean? But what that means is, like, you know, if there's smoke in the mirrors, you know, the reflection's going to be blurry. You can't really see. It's like distorted. There's like, you know, it's a little bit of a deceiving kind of energy. And that's sometimes things that other people may portray, or a lot of the times it's us. A lot of the times it's us being self-deceitful, because it's like there's so much confusion because we have all of this Santa bitch energy going on that's creating this anxiety, having us be scared because we haven't released shit from the past. We haven't done the work of integration, okay? So we're over here being Cinderella, because Cinderella is a Santa bitch. She's over here doing everything for all of her sisters and mother, and she's not getting shit. She's just getting little rats that are her friends, making her dresses, which is amazing, I think. But anyway, Cinderella is a big-time Santa bitch. She's like one of the biggest Santa bitches ever. And so if you're being Cinderella, what does that mean? Cinderella was doing the most, okay? She was dirty. She had to sleep, like, you know, she got the last, she didn't save the best for last. She was definitely not Vanessa Williams. She did not save the best for last. No, sure didn't. She actually saved nothing for herself, because she couldn't do anything. Remember? She had to sleep up with the soot. She always was cold in whatever dungeon shit she slept in. She had to make the breakfast for everybody and do everything for her sisters, for her mom. They treated her like shit. Well, guess what? When you're Santa bitch, people don't treat you good, do they? Do they say, Santa, oh my God, Margaret, you are so amazing, and guess what? I appreciate everything you do for me. You are just a gem. Most people don't. Maybe there's some people that do, but most people don't. Most people are like, okay, whatever, you know? And even though you're being a Santa bitch because you want to be a Santa bitch out of your heart because you're probably a good person, like, you know, then even though we know that we're doing stuff and we don't want anything in return, sometimes it feels kind of shitty when you know, you are doing things for in a good way, but you know, it's kind of nice to get acknowledged and say thank you, I appreciate that, because it's one thing to do things and do them for people because they appreciate it. It's another thing for them to, because they expect it. So the reason I'm going off on this tangent is because I think it's all relevant, and I think that if you're resonating with this, you are understanding exactly what I'm saying, because it's all about the Santa bitch. Okay, this is all about the people pleaser. This is all about the person that this is all about the person that is going to be really confused and is going to definitely be triggered by the boyfriend being late, or by the friend getting mad or being quiet all of a sudden. Are you okay? Because you probably are a person that really was always like walking on eggshells and looking to see, like, oh my God, is so-and-so mad? Why is so-and-so mad? Oh my God, like, what do I have to do? I have to overdo this so they could be happy. I have to do this or that. You know, people that were very easily impressed maybe at your house, you know, maybe you didn't get a lot of, you know, freaking, you know, support, like, hey, good job, guys. So now it's time that we do it to ourselves. It's like, Santa bitch, cool. Look in the mirror and be like, damn, you are amazing, Santa bitch. Good job. Pat yourself in the back. Woohoo! You know. And then if you catch yourself being confused and stuff like that with Margaret or whoever, just really, it's all about looking in and having that introspection, throwing out that bullshit, so that you could be firmer, standing on your own, you know, standing on your own 2 feet, getting grounded, and not being triggered by these little things making you seem emotionally unstable and overly emotional, because we're being triggered left and right because we have been Santa bitch for such a long time that we haven't had a chance to clean. Cinderella has not cleaned out her own shit. She's only been cleaning out everybody else's shit. So now it's time for Cinderella to say, look, motherfucker, I'm sorry, oh my gosh. Look, people, mom, stepmom, and sisters, you guys do your own bullshit, because Cinderella has got some shit to do herself. Okay? And then when Cinderella does that and she says, no, you know what? No longer am I going to do this bullshit. I'm going to go to the ball. And then she sees who she is, because she doesn't know. She just thinks she's like a servant. But then once everybody comes and shows her and she looks at herself in that dress and she's like, damn, I'm popping. You know? She's like, I'm a whole like turkey, not a snack right here. You know? So she's Cinderella is like, no, 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 nah, 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 nah. I'm gonna clean my own stuff. As a matter of fact, how about you guys help me clean my shit now? Because I have so much stuff from being a Santa bitch, and I have so much confusion that I need this clarity, right? And then after she goes to the ball, and she gets that magic with a star, she is like the fucking star, and she sees who she is. She is a Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a queen that says, okay, you know what? Nobody's gonna be fooling me no more. She has her sword of truth, and she's been hurt. She's been through some shit where people took advantage of her, and she says, not no mo, because I have my sword of truth, and I'm gonna cut all that bullshit. Everything that does not serve me, I'm gonna cut it away, and then the wind is gonna just wisp it away. So if you come at her, you better come at her with the truth, or she will cut your head off. So then here we go. All right, look at this. No more Santa bitch. No more Santa bitch. It's like, okay, that was fun, Cinderella. How cute. Now Cinderella went to the ball, and she knows she's a boss bitch, and they just had her being a Santa. She was just being a Cinderella because she didn't understand her value, and she didn't understand that she does not need to be doing everything for everybody all the fucking time, because she herself is worthy of her own attention, her own love, and if she loves everybody and helps everybody the way she does, I mean, if she gives herself that love and that attention that she gives everybody else, guess what? She becomes a down star. And then she goes to the ball, and everybody's like, who's that? Why? Because she's just radiating with this beautiful light, because she's so caring. She has a big heart, and she's just, you know, so selfless. And it just shows, and it radiates, and everybody's like, oh, who is that? And guess what? She ends up putting all these bitches in their place because they were taking advantage of her ass. Because she was being a Santa bitch, and they were like, yay, being fucking bratty kids on Christmas. Like, oh, what else am I getting under the tree? You know? So, yeah. So we're going to be the Queen of Swords and cut some shit off. And the fucking star. We're healing and we're shining. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay? I love it. Okay, I love it so much that I want to keep it going. Okay. So, let's see what else we have. Okay, let's get some of these. These here are my spiritual cards here. Let's see what kind of things are coming in for us. Like, now that we are no longer Santa bitches, now that we're cutting away all the trimming the fat and all the bullshit, now that we are forgiving ourselves for overly giving and not giving enough to ourselves, now that we understand that all our over giving and being a Santa bitch has just been a way of us coping with deflecting from our own fucking, you know, healing and looking within ourselves, because, you know, we're like, nah, we don't have time for this. We're just gonna like put it all under the rug and do everybody else. So, all right, hold on. Okay, so, all right, guys. So we had a card. Let me put these back up here. Okay. Ooh, all right. Ooh, Barracuda. Okay, let me fix this camera. Okay, there we are. So we talked about clarity, right? Right here. Clarity and confusion. Now we have another card that says clarity. So we now receive clarity, right? So if there was confusion about like, oh my God, I don't know what the heck's going on with me. Like, what is going on? I just told you, you're being a Santa bitch. And it's time for you to forgive yourself, and it's time for you to reach in to your inner bad bitch and look at all of the cool shit that you've accomplished and the things that you like about yourself, and say, and give yourself a pat on the back and be like, you are a boss bitch, and start using that. Okay? Start using it. Because guess what? We are getting the crown chakra, which means here we have the star. Here is the Queen of Swords. And put your crown on your head, honey, because you are the queen. No longer are you the Cinderella. No more Santa bitch. It's like, bitch, I'm the queen up in here. Okay? Very well. Because what happened here, what was happening down here with the Santa bitch situation, is that your root chakra, okay, was upside down. Okay? But with all this information we're getting, and because now we're grounding ourselves and putting our feet planted on the ground and realizing that the whole time, we have been the motherfucking special water that is helping everything grow. If we are not around, the water, everything fucking dries out and dies. That's why you're the fucking star and the queen, the crown, because you're illuminating. Your crown chakra, which is the chakra on top of your head, is illuminating, getting this information, getting these downloads, getting this information, and getting your power back, absorbing your fucking energy, because you are most likely you're probably an empath, and you're probably are very spiritual, and you need to open it up, open your crown, and realize, step into your power of the damn star. Know that you're the queen, you're not the Santa bitch, and you're not Cinderella. That's going to put this like this, because your root chakra has everything to do with your inner child. It has everything to do with your stability, with your foundation. Okay? Very good. So Karmic justice, because this is going to be your karmic justice. You waking up to who the fuck you are. Because probably most likely nobody was telling you how fucking awesome you were, because if they did, you would stop doing what you were doing and you wouldn't be such an overgiver. So probably all your life you've been like, oh my God, like, why I don't even get recognition for all the work I do. Guess why? Guess why? Because if you did, then people would have to admit that you were fucking amazing, and you wouldn't be doing shit that you do anymore, because then you'd be like, fuck this. I don't have to do all this bullshit. No more Santa bitch, because I'm the fucking queen of wands. I mean, of swords. I have my sword of truth. I understand who I am now, because people were keeping me in the dark, taking advantage of my ass, wanting me to be Cinderella. Oh, clean this, clean that, until you realize, no, you're going to the ball, honey bunny, and guess what? Clarity, motherfucker. Karmic justice. Okay, you get your crown and your root chakra foundation. Okay, and now you get a little bit of time to, guess what? Relax. See that? It's a hammock, and that looks like, I don't know, I try to make that a person. It looks like a little freaking ghost, or I don't know what the hell that is. But it's a hammock, and it says relax, because now it's time for you to relax a little bit. That's your karmic justice. You have been Cinderella for too long. Cinderella is going down right there, okay? Because we did that introspection, we did that inner work, and you got the information, you got your answers here. So now you're going to release the past. You're going to realize that you don't have any more anxiety, and you're going to get rid of being scared. Why? Because you don't need to be scared, because you're a bad bitch. And the smoke and mirrors was that you didn't realize how fucking awesome you were, and that you held all the power, and the whole time that you had the Miracle Grow water that was getting everything around you to grow. Because if you take Cinderella out of the picture, what are you left with? Some inutiles, some freaking ladies, and some bratty people that don't know how to do shit for themselves. And no, I'm not saying that you're in that situation, and that your family and your friends are like that. No. That's just an exaggeration of just to kind of how you resonate with the Cinderella. But I'm pretty sure that most likely you probably do the most, and not everybody always appreciates it, right? Okay. And because we weren't protecting ourselves, but now we're going to protect our energy, protect our special water, and protect our crown, right? Because guess what? You're an earth angel. An earth angel. Earth motherfucking angel. That's why you could do a lot more than everybody else can. And you're always doing the most. And you could take it on. And you could take on all this pain. You could take on all this sorrow. You could take on everybody else's pains in the world. You could take on all this shit that you have to do. And everybody's always like, oh my God, how could you do all that? How are you so nice? How do you do this? Because I'm a motherfucking God. I'm a fucking earth angel. Earth angel, will you be mine at El Monte? How could you be an earth angel and cuss? Don't believe me, just watch. Because you're a damn earth angel. You are. Okay? Believe it. You believe it. And you know you are. So if you're in this reading and you're seeing this, I'm telling you right here, right now, that you are an earth angel. You're highly spiritual. You're probably an empath. And you probably have a lot more spiritual gifts that you don't even realize. And that's probably a lot of the reasons that you maybe have had a lot of anxiety throughout your life. You feel like you don't fit in with people. Maybe you feel like you don't get along with certain people. You feel like it's hard for people to resonate with you because people do you like you would never do them. Because you will take off your shirt off your back to give it to somebody. You will literally not even think twice. Somebody that you love could fucking slap you, and you still will be upset about it, but you won't hate them. You'll still love them. You see life with love. You lead with love. You really don't have a capacity in your heart to hate anybody. And most of the time, people will end up hating on you because you are that kind of person, and because they have you really irritate their demons, because you shine light on their shadow. You shine light on it, because they're like, oh, you're doing too much. You're like, why you have to be all extra? We're not extra. We're not extra. We're just earth angels. Okay. And guess what? You're also clairaudient, so that means that you probably are able to hear things like that are not really like, that other people can't hear. So maybe you could like hear, maybe you hear like maybe this has happened to you, or somebody, you'll say, what was that? And then the person will say, oh, I didn't say anything. And then that person will be, what, that bitch fucking heard what I was thinking? Sometimes it happens like that. And it's not like a voice, it's like an inner hearing. I don't know how to explain it. It's like almost like it's kind of like if you have when you see through your mind's eye, you're not seeing it through your eyes literally, right? It's like in your mind's eye, So it's kind of like the same thing with your ears, like you could hear. So it's like if you're channeling, you probably channel. It's like it happens like if somebody says, okay, I'm getting this or I'm hearing this, it's like literally inner hearing. So if you know. I mean, if it happens to you, also like you might hear just like some murmuring or some ringing of your ears, and just it's just like you're extra sensitive with your hearing, and you just know that it's extraordinary. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We're gonna get the tea with all your specials. I mean, with your spiritual stuff right here. Okay, so that just really goes to show and gives me some confirmation that my collective people are the people that I'll be helping guide through in your spiritual knowing. Like you might know that you're highly spiritual, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff that haven't come into yet that you could also get through the readings. So let's see. So we have inner knowing. Inner knowing. This one is something that I had a situation with because I didn't understand what the fuck was going on with me. Like, I know that I would have an answer to everything all the time, and my sister would always tell me, Irene, you have an answer to everything, and you're never wrong. It's like you talk out of your ass, but you don't. And I was like, what? I know, right? And up until recently, I did not know what the fuck it was. But apparently it's a thing, okay? It's because we receive downloads, and it's like an inner knowing. You just know things without even knowing how or why. You shouldn't know it, but you know, okay? Like, literally, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, Google, ask me anything, and I could just tell you the answer, how things work and stuff, for real, okay? Or just situations and things, like you could tell somebody things about them, and they're like, how the fuck do you know? It's an inner knowing, and it's because you channel and you could hear. And also, just like I figured, you're also a medium, okay? Ooh, those are ghosts. What does that mean? A medium is somebody that is able to tap into the spirit realm or to the other side and speak with the people that have passed, like spirits and whatnot. Okay, you're able to channel. You could even sometimes embody them, like in the movie Ghost, where it comes into your body and whatever. Don't get scared because it all happens and it releases as you are ready. But I could definitely help with any of this if you guys have any questions. And just like I figured, you guys are probably gonna have all the damn gifts, just like me. Here you go. I knew it. I knew that today was a special cosmic day. So clairvoyance. Clairvoyance, it's like the gift. It's like seeing and like the knowing and seeing. Like you're able to see, like the third eye, the vision that you have with your mind's eye. Like you could see things, like basically it's like a psychic. Okay. Ooh, this is so exciting. See, you're a fucking angel. See, you were gonna get offended with all that Santa bitch shit I was telling you, dude. I could talk about Santa bitch because I'm like the top Santa bitch. Okay. So that's why I say those things. Observe. I have observe. So, observe. So this one is just like talking about perhaps you're somebody that is is one to, when you're in a situation or an environment, maybe you tend to observe before you react. You kind of fill out the room, fill out the people, fill out things, and that's kind of like your thing. Keep on doing that. That's what your intuition is all about, right? And then we have here. This one's important too. Who am I? Learn about yourself. Who am I? Obviously, you know who you are, but do you really? Okay, because I have found actually in about 5 or 6 years of introspection and going within, doing a whole lot of learning about myself and my spiritual growth, that you really don't know who you are until you take that time to go within. And what does that mean? Usually you won't go within until something happens. Something will happen to where it's tragic. Something will happen to where you're like, kind of like, holy shit, you just, something comes out of the left field and you get knocked in the side of your head, and you end up like not seeing life a whole different way. You end up just secluding yourself, being a little hermit, not wanting to go anywhere, and you just are looking within, spending time with yourself. Not so much a depression, but it's just a time of where you're really just like learning and immersing and going in with yourself. And what happens is, like, exactly what to look at, what to do, because you're guided. It's like it's a time in which very spiritual, in which you are opened and kind of cracked open to being very enlightened. Like you will find it's really magical and awesome because you're literally guided. Like, it's almost like in a movie. I'm gonna have to write a book about my experience, because it was pretty damn awesome. How it literally, you'll get like synchronicities, and if you tell somebody else, they'll think like you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But the people that have gone through this understand and know what I'm talking about. It's like you're literally guided, and everybody's guided in a different way. It all depends on who you are and how you are. Since I'm very stubborn and very, very skeptical, I'm shown things like 10 different times, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm still like, nah. Yeah, for reals. It's like that, because my guides understand and know how I am. I mean, I just it's, yeah. So it's kind of depending on you and how you learn and how things go. But that's why it's important that you go ahead and you where is that card? It's important that we do this. Well, the one that talks about, it's important that we go in and we kind of like clean out everything that doesn't serve us, so that we have space and we have more room to receive them, like, the messages, the downloads. It's like if you have an attic that's full of bullshit, you can't really see through it. It's all like full of you know, dust and spider webs. But if you go in and you clean that shit, you could sing and you could have a good time up there, like, oh, and, you know, like, you know, it echoes everywhere and stuff. So it's always going to be a lot better that way. So you need to make sure that you take some time to do that. And now that you read this, now that you came into this, going to activate, this is really going to activate you, okay? And you're going to start maybe like tapping into that. It's almost like maybe you were here for a reason, because today you're meant to tap into more of your shit. Your spiritual guides are like, okay, guys, this is the day that you guys are going to, you know, tap into this shit, that the energies are for it. You know, it's you just have to open your mind to things and follow your intuition and allow yourself to be guided down your life path. So maybe look up your numerology, look at your life path number, and that will give you a lot of information. Look up your life path number, look at your astrology, you know, look at your birth chart. If you have a hard time with that, I could help you with that. Give me a holler, send me your birth chart, and I could really help you. It'll really tell you a lot about what you have as far as your spiritual gifts, what your path is in life. And I'm not talking about generically, like when you're going to get a free one, like, you know, you have to really kind of study it and look into it really deeply, because it could give you a lot of insight on your life and things that have happened, why they've happened, and what you could do about certain things. It's actually a lot more intricate than just like your sun sign. There's a lot there that is really awesome to get a hold of. Also your life path number. Start learning about yourself, you know, like things like that. Take those quizzes and understand yourself and start learning and going in there. Even meditating and in your dreams, and you'll just start getting all this information. Is pretty damn amazing, honestly. Okay, and then ground in nature. That's going to be really important, especially because if you are picking things up and stuff. It's important that you go to nature and you ground. And what does that mean? It's basically like you plug in, you know, you take your shoes off and you plug into earth, and it kind of like does this energy exchange, in which it helps to kind of put in the new powerful energy, and it kind of takes out the other energy. You'll also learn, you could read all kinds of stuff too, but you're going to learn what works for you, and you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, like, you know, you're going to realize how fucking awesome and magical you are. And it's pretty cool. I'm so excited for you. And soulmate, we have soulmate. It's also coming into your soul tribe, like the people that are going to be more thinking more like you, that are also kind of going through a spiritual path, that are going to understand you more. Most likely you've probably gone through your life and you probably didn't fit in with people. It was hard for you to resonate with people because you are a little bit more sensitive. Maybe you were one of those people that's sensitive. Like for me, for example, I am a super empath. I'm extremely sensitive to people, but for a long time I didn't realize it, because I shut myself off. Like you sometimes subconsciously, like you will emotionally shut yourself off, so that, you know, you could cope with things. So for the longest time I thought I was actually like a cold-hearted bitch, but it turns out I wasn't. It's just that I am at some point within my adolescence, I just shut myself off a little bit, so that I decided I was done with that and I didn't want to feel shit. So I mean, that's how powerful your mind is. And that's how powerful it is to learn about yourself, so you could see the things that you do without you even knowing subconsciously. And we have the sacral chakra. This one is going to be important because the sacral chakra is the sacred chakra. That is a chakra in which we are born. That is a chakra in which we come into life. That is the chakra, like the portal to life, right? So this sacral chakra is housed in your like pelvic area, and this also has to do with your sexual energy and sexual stuff. So if it's unbalanced, a lot of times you could feel insecure, you could feel, you know, you could have some sexual imbalances, whether you could be overly sexual or, you know, not feel comfortable in your with the sexuality. It could be because maybe there's been a lot of energy that has been harnesses or passed through there. There could be some trauma. We have to remember that when there is sex involved, it's not just sex. You literally, it's like literally an exchange of energy. And if it's somebody that's lower vibrational, you know, that's really going to wreak havoc on you. And especially if you are, like I'm seeing here, an earth angel, you probably attract a whole lot of assholes and the narcissists, which love that. And those assholes and narcissists, they're not one person lovers, and they literally will suck out your energy and take it and you know, deplete you and just kind of like implant their you know, spiritual freaking dark entities and shit that they have been picking up along their way, because they most likely are hanging out and doing stupid stuff they shouldn't be doing with people that are doing the same, that are and so therefore, now that you know, you need to take care of yourself in that aspect. You need to make sure that you're you know, look into the sacral chakra and how you can heal it. I also do some womb healing also. There's a lot of things that I offer. If you guys have any questions, please call me. I'll be more than happy to get with you guys and talk to you guys and start a little group or something. I have a feeling that we're gonna have a little soul tribe going on here, with just the people that are understanding and starting to see this kind of take part in their life. Again, there's confirmation here as I was just talking and shuffling. We have another angel card here. So you're an angel. You're very angelic. You're an earth angel. And the drumming, oh my gosh, I was drumming before I started this. How funny. Drumming might be something that could be very beneficial for you. The drumming actually helps me a lot to kind of get my vibrations up, and it really helps me to transmute any energy. So you guys, it's going to be really important to continue to watch my videos. I'm going to make videos on different things like transmuting, how to transmute energy. What does that mean? It basically just means that you're moving and you're transforming something like, you know, like maybe like some heavy energy into like light energy. Okay, and I'll show you guys how you could do that, and I'll talk to you guys. All of these gifts I have also, so I will definitely be able to help you guys with that, and I'm super excited because I'm so happy and excited to share things, and then you guys can share too, and we can share stories and get to know each other. So it says here, wait, because maybe you feel like you've been waiting for a long time. You know, maybe you feel like it's been hard for you to trust, you know, the path to trust what's going on. Maybe you feel like you don't even belong here. Like, what the fuck? Like, where's my people at? Like, why is everybody such jerks? So we have astrology here because I just speak about it's important for you to kind of get in there and know your astrology. And again, I'll be more than happy to dive deep into your chart. Really, actually, I'll be excited to do that because I like doing that. And then you are a carrier of light. So that means you're like a light worker. You embody the light. You carry the light for the dark. So it's important that you always harness this light. And it's going to be hard. Sometimes it's hard, obviously. But the important thing is to always make sure that your light is on, because you are going to attract a lot of dark people because they're attracted to your light, right? And that's basically what we're here for, to transmute that dark energy. And I will show you, and we'll talk about that more if you're interested in that, okay? Also, we have here the ancestral, wait, where is it? It was here. Oh, there it is. Okay. The ancestral wisdom. So you guys will be receiving, if you haven't already, ancestral wisdom from your ancestors. We each have different things that that we are trusted with, and information that you know, most likely you're somebody in the family that is picked to kind of take on that the spiritual path. So there's a lot we need to talk about, you guys. And if you guys already don't know, or just for confirmation, okay? Because most likely this is probably a group of people that kind of understand and know that they're not like your regular people, but you're not really sure what the hell's going on. Then I will be more than happy to assist you with that. Stick around and continue to watch the videos. This one's going on pretty damn long because it's important. We're getting a lot of information here. Guardian angels. So again, with the angels, you are an angel, earth angel. You're here to, you know, not only are you're on a double mission like me. Oh my gosh, you guys are like me. That's kind of funny and synchronistical. So pretty much we're on a double mission here on Earth, okay? Because we are here as Earth angels, right? To basically, like, you know, show people about love and light and be that basically it's like just to have the open heart and not let yourself, not let your heart you know, close. That's like, we're here for love, to just really expand with love, and also for the light. As light workers, it's like holding the light and transmuting that dark energy into light. So it's important. I'm gonna have to show you guys, if you haven't already learned how to do that, because you are gonna have a lot of people that are in the dark, and you're gonna need to know how to manage that so that you don't let that consume you. And most likely you've already been like fucking emotionally and mentally mind fucked by narcissist people. So get at me, okay? So guardian angel, you also have your guardian angels that you could call upon at any time so that they could guide your way, okay? I know this is long, guys, but if this is your reading, then you're probably in there kind of like excited and you don't mind that it's this long. I'll try not to make them all this long, but I'm actually very excited about this reading. It's very beautiful. And throat chakra. Throat chakra, this is going to be important because most likely it could be that you have a stifled throat chakra. Maybe, like, you know, you've said things in the past and people have made fun of you, or have second guessed, or you know, you don't feel comfortable sharing your truth or speaking up for whatever reason, you know, maybe because you have been an empath and you have been sensitive. But if you're like myself and you're like a warrior empath, that doesn't give a shit and says whatever the fuck they want, then that's something that you'll grow into, because it wasn't always like that for myself either. And now I just say I just say whatever, because now I know who I am, and I know that I'm protected, and that's what I meant to do. So it's protection right there. Okay. And most likely it's you've had your share of toxicity and toxic people, you know. Don't feel bad about it. It's a part of the journey. You know, you will undergo toxic stuff. You will undergo certain things, because it's important. That's something that we need to undergo, and things, certain experiences, so that we could help people, and so that we could better understand people, because we cannot be really helping from a place of never have been through certain things. So Earth Angels definitely do have a pretty tough, you know, road ahead, because they basically, like, all your life you've been training. So you've been put in situations, not because you're bad or because it's your karma, but because it's your training, because you have to have gone through some hardships, and that's what's building your character too. Okay. So we have here, let it be, don't fight it, kind of go with it, you know. Oh, you are a channeler too as well. I'm also a channeler. I happen to be really good at it, so I could help you guys out with that if you guys have any questions or are you confused about it. And the it says here 111 FM radio, because it's like a channel. You get it? So what is a channeler? Basically, it's like you're a direct. This is the way I like to explain it. Like, you know how the ocean has currents, right? So it's like there's some fish that get on that current and they just go. Well, it's the same thing. It's like there's like these little channels, you know, and once that there's a certain, you know, higher being, or your higher self, or some kind of entity that wants to you know, give information. It could even be from the Most High, whatever. Then it's like a channel that's directly from them to you, literally, kind of like a beam of light, like a current. Okay, that's how I've experienced it. And then nest. It's like maybe you felt like you haven't really been able to nest, like you don't feel like you're completely safe and comfortable. Well, it looks like you'll be able to be a little bit more comfortable coming up soon, now that you understand and you're getting this reading, and you are able to, oh gosh, transform to transform into your butterfly. And we talked about earlier, no more Christmas bitch, or what I say, Santa bitch. You're now no more Cinderella. Now you're just taking those beautiful aspects of Cinderella, because she had a beautiful heart, she was kind, and even though she became a princess, or I mean a queen, and she had the castle, she wasn't an asshole and a bitch to her sisters and her mom. Well, actually, I think in the real movie, she had them like cleaning and stuff too. But in the cartoon, like, she was, I mean, you know, she had a good heart. And even then, she didn't send him to the dungeon. She still let, you know, she just gave him a little test of their medicine. That was just a karmic justice. But so it's just like we talked about here. Is that taking that integration and taking those aspects about yourself that make you such a beautiful person, and taking them on still to continue throughout the rest of your chapters in your life, and just incorporating them, okay, and realizing that even though people have told you that you're too much, that you're too weak, that you're too sensitive, they're full of shit. Actually, you're actually very smart, very strong, because it does take a strong person to be able to be so sensitive. And actually, we're the most resilient, because we get hurt over and over again, and we still have the capacity to love. Okay, you're also claircognate. So I believe this is where you get the downloads, and you just it's kind of like the knowing that I talked about. Most likely you've been really attracted to mystery and things like that, you know, ghost shit like that. And this is gonna open your paths, okay? Because guess what? You are a unicorn. Just like myself, I consider myself a unicorn, because, you know, we're unique, very unique. And karma, it's like when you cross people's paths, and they try to win one off on you, because they kind of underestimate you, and they think you're dumb and they could just do the most. Well, they think they're doing the most, but guess what? A lot of the times they're walking karma. So you don't even mean to be, but you'll probably resonate with that. Okay. And we also have here jackass, because most likely you've had a lot of jackasses around you. Okay. Because you would probably attract them, because jackasses are attracted to kind people that they think they could get one up on. Okay, and you probably had a lot of karmic situations, in which, karmic meaning that, you know, a lot of your relationships have probably been really hard, and they have been lessons for you. Maybe cycles that you have to go over and over again, and you're like, why is this happening so many times over and over? Where you need to talk. I will do definitely videos on all of this stuff for education. Like I said, I have gone through like a fast track of, like, you know, PhD on myself and spirituality. So especially because I meant to do this, I meant to have you know, a following of people that are like-minded, that need some guidance throughout this, that I had to learn myself. So that's cool. And most likely you are, if you are not yet, you will be a mental master. And that's actually kind of fun. And that's when you could kind of, with your, like, you learn to really, like, open yourself up to where you are. It's not all that fun, because it's not fun when you could see, when you know what people are thinking, when they try to lie to you and you know that it's not true. When you know, you could pretty much communicate telepathically. And, you know, I know it sounds like it's crazy, but it's actually possible. Most people do not use their brain like we're supposed to, because everybody listens and thinks that we're just like these people that are supposed to just go to work and just go to work and all our lives and die, and we are not special, and we're actually very special. And I have a lot of capabilities, and it's just all about being open to them and knowing, you know, what's up, which you will learn, because I will be talking to you about that. All right, so here we have time, and I'm going to stop right here, because I could continue to go, but I think that I want to do more videos, and we could talk about more stuff, so it's not all like so much crap, you know. But so I put time because it's time. It's closing time. You don't have to go. Yeah, you know, you don't have to go home, but you need to get the hell out of here. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're going to finish off with this. In a nutshell, you're a healer, okay? You're a healer. So this is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's actually beautiful. That means that you have done a lot of, oh my gosh, well, and a light worker. So you have to collect your thoughts, like we talked about, okay? So most likely you've had you've had a lot of situations in which, oh yeah, haha, and you're an empath. You absorb shit like a sponge. And I don't know if you've already gone through your dark night of the soul. And if you haven't, you will. Most likely you probably already have. It's when you go through all kinds of crap and everything gets stripped away from you. Literally, it's like you lose your job, you lose everything except for your back, your clothes. Some people, like, you know, you'll tell your story. And that's actually meant for you to awaken, to have your spiritual awakening. So we'll talk about that, because I do want to have a, like, a little discussion kind of situation, like a little podcast and discussion, and maybe, like, you know, have people share their stories and shit, or something like that I'm working on. And last but not least, I'm going to share this one too, because I'm also this. I also have this too, where we're shadow walkers. What does that mean? That we're very neutral. We could go deep into the dark, or we could go into the light. We could kind of walk the fence, which means that you know, you most likely have had, like, your dark part of life where you're comfortable with the dark, and you've gone to your dark side. So you understand about, you have your dark side and you have your light side. You probably sat with your demons, you became friends with them, so you're no longer scared with them. And you know, so that puts you in a really good place. And if you haven't already, like, again, you have questions. I mean, this might not resonate with everybody. Maybe not everybody's going to have all of these gifts, but we'll leave messages and let me know. And then, so last but not least, and I'm going to stop here for reals, because I will continue, is spiritual learn. So it's important. It's going to be time for you to become a student and start learning a little bit more. And let's kind of look here. Let me take a card and see what is some of the shadow aspects that maybe you need to work on still, that are keeping you from stopping this Santa bitch like, you know, situation. Oh, mira, I was gonna say codependent, and it fell right here. Codependent and selfish. I think that you're not selfish. I think that most likely you probably dealt with a lot of codependent, selfish people that have projected their shadow on you. They probably projected their shadow on you because you probably irritated their demons, and that's usually what happens, you know. People don't like us just because of our light that we carry. I mean, it goes both ways, right? We could get people that really enjoy us and enjoy our energy, and then it goes the other way, where people, you just really don't like us because of the energy that we hold, and it kind of makes them, you know, look at themselves in a way that it's kind of, you know, like, oh shit, you know, you're doing too much over here. It's exposing me. Okay? And then we have now lucky times ahead. So maybe you feel like you haven't been so lucky, and it's like, what have I done? What the hell is all this shit happening to me? But you know what? Nothing happened to you. It happened for you. And things are going to start changing up. Okay? So. And we have here, you are on the right path. You didn't do anything wrong. You're good. Okay? Even if you've been going through some shit, like toxic shit, or, you know, any addictions, codependencies, any like thing like that, it's okay. Because those are all things that is extra stuff under your belt, you know, for you to have undergone, so you could help the people that you're going to be helping. Surrender to your fears of intimacy. So if you have any of those, or maybe you've been around people, maybe you've been with, you know, around adult people that have a hard time being intimate with you in a, and I'm not talking about intimate like sexual, I mean like, or anyway, but you know, mainly like just being close and opening up. You can manifest what you want, and we'll talk about all that stuff. Pay attention to the signs. That's a big one. Okay. And I'm going to stop with those because I said, like I said, I will continue forever. But I am going to pull one of these self-care ones, and I did make all of these. And again, you guys, a lot of the gifts are also like, you know, artistic gifts, and these are all different gifts because you probably lived a lot of different lives, and these are things that you have brought on without, you know, from your lives, and also these things are passed on from ancestors, and you just kind of earn these different gifts because of the different stuff that you've probably been at service, you know, in other lives as well. Okay. Become the best version of yourself, we have here, which you will be. And we have get a face mask and relax, you know, like just like this card here, relax. Time to relax a little bit. Okay, and practice gratitude. So always be grateful, thinking about, even if things you know, seem a little hard, it's like think of things to be grateful for. Always keep yourself in that grateful mentality, so that you know, being in that grateful mentality puts you in the frequency of joy, which puts you in a frequency of aligning to things that are good and positive to you. Because most likely you are around a lot of people that are very negative, and it's easy to fall into that, especially being an empath. Write poetry, or just write, period. You know, that might be something that could help also. And then we have also learn. What is this? Read. Oh, read and learn. Okay, that's important. And also love yourself. And you love yourself by doing all these things, giving yourself time to learn about yourself and do all that good stuff. And let shit go. Let go of the fear of all the bullshit, you know. And let's see, what else do we have here? These are just things that might help you to cleanse your space and around for yourself as well. Okay, so let me see what we have for the collective. So again, you can take what you feel like resonates with you, and leave what you want to leave behind. Okay, so let's see. And yeah, like I said, I did make most of these cards just because I feel like it's my energy, you know. Other cards, I don't know who the heck made them and what's going on. And I feel like I make cards depending on whatever I'm getting messages from, like whatever my guys are telling me. I still use other cards. I have a lot of them, you'll see. Okay. Okay, enough. Let me just pull in a couple. So we have here purple candles. Purple candle is for power, spirit, and wisdom. So this could help you to open up your crown chakra too, so that you're better able to receive and to align yourself to channel the messages. We have peppermint. Okay, and this is for alertness, action, and mental clarity. Let's take a couple more. We have cinnamon. Okay, you could smudge with cinnamon too, and this one raises the spiritual vibes and aids in healing. And we have chamomile. If you're feeling anxious, to help you sleep at night, you could have some of that tea. Also, it's important that you always have a notebook with you. Have one by your bed, have one in your purse, so that when you get downloads or something's happening, so that you could remember and write it down. If in the middle of the night, you set the intention before you go to sleep that you want to remember your dreams, you ask your guides to put whatever messages you need in your dreams. If you have a certain question, ask it before you go to sleep to your guides, and then make sure that you have your notebook so you could write down anything. Even it doesn't matter what it is, even if it doesn't make sense, write it down. Chances are that you will get pieces of your dreams as you continue. And then we have here a cat. Hidden forces and spiritual powers are near you. That's very nice. And then we have a pink candle here, and that's for healing, love, and friendship. We have here passion flower tea for calming. And last but not least, lavender for balance and calming and cleansing. And let's see, was I going to do anything else over here? Just for fun, I'm going to pull some of these letters just to see if maybe they go with any of your names, or see what they tell us here. We have H. We have H. And if you did stumble upon my video, then like, you know, most likely there's something here for you. I'm not even gonna like make a fuss about it. Like, go watch my video because this is meant for people that are, you know, that it's meant to find. Okay. And then we have Y, we have B, we have D, M, O, C, E. So let's see what we have. I'm going to put them right here, and you guys could write in the comments if you, you know, whatever words or whatever, how it resonates with you, okay? If you're good at Scrabble, you know, go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm just going to put them there. And then, let's see, anything else? Any last messages? What could be the last messages? Okay, I'm going to take just a couple of cards here from the Priestess of Light, just to see what other stuff, whatever the messages they have for us here. Just a couple. It's not like we're over an hour or anything, you know? Why not? You know how I do. I'll talk your ear off until it's time to, until literally it comes off. But like I said, I won't make them as long as this one anymore. Well, actually, I'm lying. I can't say that. It might not be true. Guide, the illuminated path. That's beautiful. So you will be guided to your illuminated path, okay? And we have power over difficulty, reclaiming your power. Yes. So exactly what we talked about, reclaiming your power. No more Santa bitch, and you're stepping into your fucking Queen Snow White, not no damn servant Snow White anymore, okay? And power of difficulty, reclaiming your power. 3 and 2 is 5, which is usually like a conflict that inspires change. And then we have 2 and 3 here, guide illuminated path. So that's like, you know, that's like, you know, movement there. We're moving into a new path here, which is super exciting. And then we have a touching earth, plant something new. And we talked about grounding, going to nature to ground, to kind of like, you know, connect with Mother Nature and transmute those energies, and kind of like introduce yourself, like, again, and like, hey, you know, here I am, you know, I'm working with you here. And then hostilities, conflict and unrest, 3 and 4. I mean, 3 and 1 is 4. So, you know what? With that one, I'm gonna say, like, don't be afraid to be assertive. You know, like, use your inner power there. You see how she has like that energy in between her hands and that power. Just remember who you are. You are the queen of. You are the queen now that is cutting shit away, trimming the fat, trimming what doesn't work anymore for you. Okay. Telepathy, like I did speak a little bit on the telepathy. The mental master, like I said, like, you know, when you're able to kind of like read people's minds and kind of like communicate with them. And you might not know that you're doing it. You probably already do it and you don't realize it. Like, oh my God, you're crazy, Irene. No, we do it. We do it all the time. And then river of blessings, because now after you're releasing the constraints and all the things that have been holding you back and keeping you in that Cinderella, in that Santa bitch situation, and now that you're relieving that, and now you're stepping into your power, you got your crown. No longer are you in that, like, you know, lack mentality, or in that, like, you know, okay, yeah, I'm just meant to do this and be a people pleaser. You're going to be getting your river of blessings, and your constraints are going to be now released, because you have been going through your training of lack, so that you could have that you know, to kind of keep you strong in your faith and know and in your knowing and in your intuition. And then we have precognition, which is ability to see the future, and, you know, like the psychic abilities, which we did talk about. You got the clairvoyant card, and you also got the knowing card, right? So this really just confirms everything. And like I said, I'm more than happy to do personal readings. If you want personal readings, I could like really go in and deep, and we could find out more about you personally, what gifts you have, where they're coming from, what your path is. You could send me your birth chart. I can interpret it for you. I do have those services. And I'm going to be also doing classes and doing a whole lot of like spiritual, you know, coaching and whatnot. So then here we have abundance, okay? So you are destined, because you are an earth angel and because you have, you know, undergone all this different stuff, and because you are going to be of service to people, and that's what your mission is, you have this abundance, fortune, wealth, and plenty of it. Like you'll have what you need, and you know, you will be working for the universe. You'll be working for God, so He's going to be your provider. In whatever it is that you do, it all really depends on what it is that, you know. This is a general reading, so we would have to do like a personal reading to kind of get more into depth. And I would love to get to know you and get to know what your story is and what's going on with you and what part of your path you're in, you know. And then we have here, go with the flow, letting go and cleansing and receiving. So again, that it has to do with like letting go of that stuff we were talking about, introspection, releasing the good stuff and whatnot. So you could receive, like it says here, your abundance and river of blessings. And then we have balance, stability, and stand firm. So we want to balance our yin and our yang, our masculine and our feminine, so that we are able to stand firm, and so that nobody could knock us over. Nobody's going to use you like a doormat anymore. You're able to be assertive, to say yes to what you need to say yes to, no to what you need to say no to, and be more discerning to who you're allowing in your space and who you are, you know, really letting into your energy, because you have beautiful energy, and it's not just meant for everybody to come in and take. Okay, and clarity. Again, clarity. That's like 3 times clarity. Okay, with the 5 again, to change that's happening. Clarity, planning, releasing, and of illusions. So releasing illusions and those smoke and mirrors and shit that hasn't not been letting us see things clearly, right? Okay, and we also have death and rebirth, because that is the death of the number 10. 1 and 9 is completion. So it's the cycle of not knowing who the hell we are, being Cinderella and being hidden in plain sight is over. Over. Okay? It's over. And then sensuality, feminine wisdom, and passion. You probably have sexual healing abilities, and you know, it's important that you tap into your sensuality, to your passion, to your feminine. You know, if you need healing in that, you were going to heal that. Make sure that you were able to just really step into your power and utilize that. It has a lot to do with your healing abilities also. And then we have earth magic, fearless, and removing obstacles. So here you go. You have your spiritual guides at the moment around you, helping you to kind of like herd up into a little herd all of the things that you need to be releasing, and kind of just you know, chasing away whatever it is that doesn't, you know, need to be in your space, and whatever it is that's holding you back, fears and people and ideas. Divine feminine again, yes. Magnetic receptive power. I will be talking about divine feminine power and all that good stuff. I'll be doing a lot more information and videos and whatnot. Please let me know if there's anything you guys want to know about, if anything that you want to talk about, any videos you want to see. I'll be more than happy to do those for you. Because yeah, I really have been pushed to go ahead and give these videos and share my knowledge and my abilities, and I'm actually pretty confident in the information and the things that I have experienced and learned and grown and experienced and whatnot, you know. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there, guys, because that's already too much. Well, actually, you know what? No, I'm so sorry. I'm going to just leave you with one of these. Okay, this is the Frida inspired cards, and these talk about creativity. Creativity is super important, guys. You really make sure that you're doing something that's playful, like some kind of playful activity, at least making, even if it's going to the park with the kids, if you like coloring color, if you like to paint, if you like to dance, whatever it is that brings in the inner child, that makes you feel like you're playing it. You're not doing it for a particular reason, but because it makes you happy. It's super important that you do that. Okay, continue to love real, what? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Continue to make love real through all you create. You have the Midas touch. Awesome. So you guys know what Midas touch is? Midas touch is that everything you touch turns to gold. So basically anything that you do is going to be successful. Okay? And people know this. You have that energy. That's why people are like, sometimes will like get stuck on you, and then they just weigh you down. You make sure you use your sword to cut people that are dead weight. Sounds horrible, but it's true, because some people don't even want to really change. Some people don't want to really grow. Some people don't want to heal. They just want to suck you dry from your energy. So just make sure you're able to tell the difference, okay? Listen to your intuition. So we have one more here. There we are, that one. And it says, apply your gifts to life, working hard on your own course so you experience contentment. So apply your gifts to your own life also. So don't just be helping everybody else using your gifts for them. Use them for yourself too. Okay? All right. Let me see. Okay, guys, and you know, let me just pull some of these little cards since I do like to draw. So I'm just gonna pull a couple of these just to finish it off because I feel like we need some finishing off cards, and that's it because it's already like almost an hour and a half. Oh my god! If you see this all, that's fantastic, and please like leave a comment and a message. And I love you so much, and thank you so much. I try to make it interesting. I mean, I'm not boring. Okay, so. Temptation surrounds you, so be careful with temptation again, because whenever you are of light, there's always that dark that's trying to pull you down, right? Success is imminent, 100%. Like, you are going to be successful. You know, all you need to do is step into your path and, you know, answer the call. Mucho dinero, mucho money coming, honey. Oh, yeah. And you are someone in position of authority, or you will be, of your own life and of others, okay? So, that's awesome. I'm so excited and happy for you guys. Please, if you did like this video, please like and you know, like and subscribe so that you could get the other messages. And like I said, I do have other channels I'm going to be starting, a podcast, some other things that I have that I want to do, classes and some other bullshit. And so you guys just go ahead and give me your feedback and let me know what you think. Please let me know how this resonated with you, where you're at in your journey. You could comment or you could send me an email. I'll put that on the description box below. I'll also put the information in case you want a personal reading, and if you want your birth chart interpretation or anything like that, I will go ahead and put that in the comments below. And I will also be later we could be integrating things about manifestation, like, you know, different cleansing things, different a whole lot of topics, a whole lot of things. Okay, for now this is all, but thank you so much, and you have a great day. Remember that you're awesome. Remember that you are no longer the Santa bitch. Okay, you're now the fucking queen. All right, peace out.